You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Ridge Review.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm Nick Ortiz, and this is your Ridge Review. Let's start off with summer. The Jeffco Public Library has some ideas for you. Along with your summer reading, you must be wanting the last review. Sadly, I wasn't able to make a final review, so here's what I would have done. Nightcrawler. As we approach the end of this wild year, our Ridge Review team went out and interviewed students and teachers to get their thoughts on this wild year, as well as what they look forward to in the fall. What has been the most difficult thing to do this year?
Keeping track of students both in person and online has been incredibly difficult. Just trying to make sure I give equal attention to everyone and don't leave any piece out that online folks would miss. And yeah, it's been a challenge.
I would say probably just having social interactions. Obviously with the pandemic and everything going on, just trying to organize that and get to see your friends outside of school has been a challenge for sure.
Doing school online. I would much rather be in the classroom, and it's easier for me to learn in person, and just staying on task too. I get distracted easily, so that's been a challenge too.
I think collaboration and communication with teachers and students when you're doing projects and stuff.
Motivation for me. I do not like getting work done anymore.
Some of the most difficult things this year were engaging students online. When students are 100% remote, it's difficult to know how well they're paying attention and also assessing their learning, how well they're grasping the new concepts, and whether they're using online resources to aid them in their assessments. Getting that speaking component, since language is has both a reading and a writing, a listening and a speaking component, that speaking component has been very challenging to accomplish this year.
I think really it's learning how to navigate the remote, hybrid, in-person learning, trying to go back and forth between the different types of ways that we had to do it. And I don't know, it just made it hard, I think, for me. I think it made it hard for students as well.
And what was the worst moment from this year?
The worst moment for me this year was probably when I contracted COVID and I was very sick for 2 days, but fortunately I recovered very quickly, and I guess I've been fine ever since then. And now that I've had the vaccination, I think I can put this in the rearview mirror now.
Probably when we had to go, it was back and forth between switching from hybrid and then remote.
I was one of those unfortunate teachers who had a hacker in my Google Meet in August, and that was a really traumatizing experience. I don't know why people decided that was a good idea, but I'm glad they stopped doing that.
I think just feeling kind of overwhelmed by everything that was new, because it was also unfamiliar, and feeling sometimes like there's a lot, the connection that I normally have with students just wasn't there in the same way.
What do you think the best moment from the year was?
Learning new things and learning and watching my kids, my students learn new things. I'm not so sure that the learning that came from here was all academic. I think it was a lot about communication, learning how to be present when you're online, and I saw students rise up to that in a lot of ways.
Honestly, just being able to get the vaccine. I know that's probably a weird one, but yeah, I mean, just being able to have that and feel like I have a little bit of freedom from everything that's been going on has been good, for sure.
I think best moment or best moments was making the Palms team and making a few new friends this year.
Probably my grades getting back up from being so bad was pretty rewarding.
Ooh, finally getting to know students, which I don't think really happened until this semester, which feels so strange. But now we have little jokes, or we're feeling more comfortable with each other, which I really enjoy and appreciate a lot more.
I was very happy when we started to go, when we went back to 100% in person. I think it's very important for students to be around their friends and to be socializing. And for me, I've made my classes bigger and to me more enjoyable to have larger class sizes and have students being able to socialize with each other. That was a big improvement.
Or how has this past year affected you?
Personally, it's affected me in the sense that I haven't been able to visit, for example, my mom who lives back east, and that's been one of the harder things for me this year. It's affected me in the sense that I just don't find myself socializing as much as I used to. I spend a lot more time at home than before, but we're coming out of that, and sometimes adversity can bring about change, and maybe that's I'll appreciate once we're done with this COVID situation, that I'll appreciate the freedoms that we have even more than I did before.
It's kind of mixed. It's been hard, and not just in school. It's just hard because we've all been disconnected from everyone, and I think it's that sense of being disconnected in a way that's hard.
It's definitely changed me. I think that I've done a lot of growing up, and a part of that is because of all the things that have gone on in the world and everything with that. But I think I've become more responsible, just kind of having to get my stuff done on my own. Not having as much assistance from friends or teachers or whatever. And yeah.
What do you look forward to most in the fall when things are back to normal?
When things are back to normal, that's the best thing I've heard yet. So in the fall, I am looking forward to exactly that, to things being back to normal, and us not having to wear masks, and us having 100% classes without any remote students, and getting back to a regular routine, which includes all the extracurricular activities that we have here at Dakota, along with all of the great academic opportunities that we provide both during school hours and after school hours.
Just being around people. I think it's been so long. Just the simple things, even if there aren't dances or things, sporting events that we can go to, whatever, just being able to have jokes with friends and be in an environment that you associate with learning. I guess that's definitely going to be cool. So
Going back in person to school and hopefully making some more friends, because I haven't been able to do that being online this year.
Probably just like seeing my friends on a day-to-day basis, and yeah.
I think just having everyone in person instead of trying to juggle both online and in person will be a lot easier, and I'll feel like I can do more things and be a more capable teacher.
Thanks for the year, Eagles. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the fall.